Zephirah's Adventure Podcast, episode 19 for Friday, January 25th, 2019. In this episode, discontinued board games and trying something different. Welcome to Zephirah's Adventure. I'm your host, Zephirah, and welcome to episode 19. So I'm doing something a little bit different this episode, just because this episode for me, for whatever reason, was a little bit harder to record. So I'm giving this a go. So this past holiday season, my older brother actually bought me a board game called Golem Arcana, and this game was actually funded through a Kickstarter campaign that launched in September 2013. The game released about a year later by a publisher and developer called Harebrained Schemes. It seemed to have mixed reviews when I went to go look up some information about it. And essentially what this game is a 2 to 8 player miniature war game campaign that had a digital app on iOS or Android, and it also had a Bluetooth stylus. It was very intended on having expansions and moving forward. But when I went to go look up the app for my iPad, I couldn't find it. Just looking around, digging, finding out that this no longer existed, essentially, and developers did not open up the app for development by nerds like you and I to continue with it, which I can understand. It's a game that's intended to make money. You know, I'm sort of bummed that it didn't work out, because this is something that I would have really had a lot of fun with. However, on that note, I'm not completely bummed, because I do got some really cool miniatures sitting on my shelves now, and I have some little maps and things that I can put on the table if I would ever need to use them for a different game, like D&D or what have you. I don't know, I guess for me, having the miniatures are the coolest part about it. However, it just didn't raise enough of a fan base for it to continue. Even Game Informer had a review on it that said that it was gorgeous visually. So, not quite too sure what happened, but hey, that's what it is. You know, talking about board games and getting together with other players, I'm going to actually leave this show a little short, dive right into the shout-outs. And the first one, which you'll hear in a minute, for Frazley for the awesome audio bumper, and for everyone who is playing D&D with me currently, which is Draven, Barf, Silver, and Keri, and time for Turarts of the Garut Raid Guild on Airy Peak. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. And for social media stuffs, you'll find me on Twitter at Zephirah_Zella. And the Discord link is at the end of every blog post or in the show notes for this episode. The music used in this episode is Alchemists, Terror, Alien Restaurant, and Division by Kevin MacLeod at GameCompTech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Any product and or service and their terms, concepts, images, and logos and other materials related to it are trademarked and copywritten by their respective companies. No copyright infringement is intended. And until next time, I hope your adventure is awesome.
Hey Zephirah's Adventure listeners, Frazley here. If you want to continue your adventure in the World of Warcraft and meet more awesome people along the way, listen to Frazzlecast. You can find us at gnomepodcast.com or in your favorite podcast players. As Zephirah says, stay awesome.